This is a really
need
exciting week.
I just want to do this. Woo!
This
Is this allowed on YouTube?
clap with your feet. Welcome to Hefty Gehls. Welcome back to Hefty Gehls.
Thanksgiving episode. This is the Thanksgiving episode. Last week was kind of Thanksgiving episode, but this is Thanksgiving episode.
This is your first holiday special
yes
of the season.
Couldn't you tell by our hats?
If you're watching on video, you can see the goodness of our hats. If you're not watching on video, go to YouTube right now.
Well, also
you're missing out.
I had to say something just really quick, like right off the bat.
What?
I do wear these pants every single week on the podcast.
That's okay.
Okay. I just want to like put that out there so nobody else can say it first. You know what I mean? Like, oh, she wears those pants every week. Okay. I beat you to it.
Let's just say all the things that our haters could say about us. You're
fat. You're annoying. We don't like the sound of your voice.
This is like every other podcast.
Y'all are dumb.
Take their mics away.
Take their rights away. Put them back in the kitchen. Well, guess what? We love the kitchen, okay? Clearly.
Except for me. Yesterday, we hosted Friendsgiving at my place. And let me tell you something. I did not cook one thing.
Because Emma vlogged the whole thing. That's what her job was vlogging.
No, these are my strengths. Setting the vibes. Good playlist.
Okay. Well, let me tell you something. Emma made this whole vlog and she's like, guys, these are tips 101 for hosting. Have music on in the back always. It always sets the vibe. Amazing. Like whatever. She's making her little NPC ass video. She's like, guys, tips 101.
What's NPC?
It's okay.
Oh, wait. Non-personal character.
Non-playable character.
Like it's like somebody who's very basic.
Just like not real. Like you're like, there's no way that this is
It's
like a real person.
Kind of like you're a sim.
Yeah, like
that
you're
is
just
me.
like,
I think I might be an NPC. Selton on a Tesla.
No, actually,
you can like name your profiles, and his profile on the Tesla is NPC.
Literally,
that's us as a couple. We're actually an NPC couple.
No,
NPCC.
No, quite literally. But anyway, she made that video. Tips for hosting, and then everybody gets there, and I get downstairs, and it's like kind of quiet. I'm like, you don't even have the music on when you just made this whole video. Tips 101. And Emma's like, just with her vlog, she's like, I'm like, Emma, put the music on. You're like, oh.
No, I think I manifested that because in the video I said, I always have to have the music on. Sometimes when I host, I'll be like, oh, the vibes are kind of weird. People are arriving. And it's always because, oh, the music's not on. But we turned the music on. It was great. My strengths are setting the tablescape. I like to get the candles and the decorations. Everybody else's and the cocktail. I like to make a fun cocktail. Everybody else's strengths are cooking. Gabby's literally eating pumpkin pie as we speak.
Guys, it's the Thanksgiving episode. Like, what do you expect? This is my breakfast. Okay.
What's your favorite Thanksgiving food?
Pumpkin pie.
Pumpkin pie.
Pumpkin pie.
Pumpkin pie. Our mom cannot. Fun fact.
Oh.
Yeah, this podcast really should be named Gentlemen Art Hate, but
no, we don't hate her. We
don't.
Her.
It's our way of showing love. But my mom cannot pronounce the word pumpkin. And as a past speech therapist, it's my goal in life.
No, it's not pronouncing it. She just like, that's just like, she says potato. I don't know if it's an Illinois thing. She's from Illinois. She says potato, which pisses me off. And she also says pumpkin. Pumpkin. She's like, where's the pumpkin pie? Where's the pumpkin pie? Is the pumpkin pie ready? I'm like, oh.
You
pumpkin!
Pumpkin?
That's literally what I want to do every time. Pumpkin, Mom. Pump. Can you say pump for me? Pumpkin. Thank you.
I mean, I feel like this week, all we can hope for you guys out there is that you get to be with people that you kind of love, with a plate full of food that sends you into a coma, you know? That's what I hope for you guys. Wait. This week, I don't know who was over here. We were talking about growing up as like the fat kids.
Oh.
And we were saying
the tale as old as time.
Yeah. And we were saying that there was these things that I thought growing up that I like, it has been pushed to the back of my memory. And this girl that I followed was talking about how when she was growing up and she would see people like on TV and in movies who would get cancer, she would think, oh my gosh, like if I get cancer, then I can get skinny.
Yeah. And I'm not going to lie.
And when she said that, I'm like, it pulled a file from the back of my brain. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I thought that was like an original thought. And Gabi, what were you?
I was like, no, I definitely had the same thought. It's like, oh, if I got cancer as like a kid, like I would get so much attention and like everybody would come to visit me and they would feel so bad for me and I'd get really skinny. But no, my thought was though, most of the time I was like, I wish I could be like put into a coma, or like if something happened and I got put in a coma, and then when I wake back up, I would like imagine myself like going to the mirror and like lifting up the hospital gown and being like, whoa, I don't even recognize myself. I'm so skinny. Like, these were the thoughts of me as an 8-year-old child. Like, oh, I hope if I got into a coma, like I'd wake up so skinny. Like that would be so crazy.
Gabi's one wish as a child. I want to be Coma Skinny.
No, I kind of feel like every kid kind of had that thought of like, I think it was the Fault in Our Stars movie that was like, oh, like.
But normally I think what it is maybe kids think like
It's
they
more
would
like
get
attention.
attention. Like if they
And
got
gifts
sick.
and like, you're like, oh, these kids get to go to Disney
Yeah.
World and they get
Maybe we should like stop glorifying that in movies and stuff.
Yeah, I don't know
in
what
children's
that's all
movies.
about. Yeah.
Let's like cut that out. Maybe. Like why do we all want to get sick?
Maybe that was the origin story for Gypsy Rose. Maybe that's her mom's origin story.
Wait, that's what we need to talk about. What happened in media this week, guys? There's like a new modern Gypsy Rose.
Oh my God. Emma told me the story in the car on the way home from Pilates. My jaw was on the floor.
This is about to be a clickbait because we're not going to talk about it till the media. So hopefully you guys
Wait,
can...
really?
You wanna
Okay,
talk
whatever. We'll save it for that section of things that happened in media. No, that was actually insane. And you can stay tuned and listen. Just listen 25 more minutes and you'll get to hear. Stay tuned.
There's no benefit. There's no really...
coming up next.
Back to you. No, we were talking this week, and I feel like when you go home for Thanksgiving, it's kind of the time that everybody like starts talking about, like, okay, you're like around your family, so you start asking like, okay, what do you guys like want for Christmas? Like, you know, what are you wanting? And me and Gabi were talking. I'm like, what do you want like for Christmas? Like, what do you need this year? I feel like we kind of like have what we need. And Gabi's like, pay my rent. Please just pay my rent. And I feel like that is something that we should normalize.
Yeah.
Like,
come on.
Stop buying each other candles and pay my rent. You know? Like,
not even like, you don't even have to pay the full rent. Just like give me like as much as you can towards it. Like however much you're going to spend on my gift, just give me that and I'll put towards my rent. Okay.
Like actually write the check to my landlord so I don't spend it on anything else.
Pay for my Verizon bill. Like pay one of my bills for Christmas. How about that? Pay my like insurance, car insurance, something like that. Like,
yeah. Because the thing is, like, I guess most people, like, you know, the gifts are thoughtful, but I feel like paying my rent is also thoughtful. Like, that means, like, you really know that, like, what I want for Christmas.
Wait. Okay, I have to tell this little bit of my week. So I don't want to, like, dox myself too much and, like, say where the setting is at of where I'm seeing this person. But this week, I, like, had a realization and, like, come to Jesus kind of realization. I'm like, I could pull Dr. Jackson Avery from Grey's Anatomy. I have a setting where I see him like weekly, and literally last week, like we made eye contact and it was magical. I'm like, wait, I think Jackson Avery of Grey's Anatomy might be my next boyfriend, guys. So.
Of Grey Sloan Hospital.
The Grey Sloan Hospital.
Was he wearing scrubs?
No. He smelled so good. I was like,
wait, that could be a good conversation starter.
And he was
that
always my crush when I watched Grey's Anatomy. I'm like,
yeah, everybody's crush.
No, but like especially mine.
Wait, you should say that to him.
So guys, I might be having a new boyfriend next year. So just stay tuned for that also.
Gabi's New Year's resolutions.
I think having a famous boyfriend would be fun once, just for like the plot, just to like see, just to experience their life and like what they do and like how much attention they get out publicly.
Yeah.
I feel like anywhere he would go, people would be like, I mean, that's how I am when I see him.
I know, but I feel like this is the thing. You say you want to date somebody famous until you see the paparazzi photos and like you already know.
No one's taking paparazzi photos of Jackson Avery, bruh. Let me tell you that much. I don't know his real name. I don't know what his real name is.
It doesn't really matter. He's Jackson Avery to us.
It doesn't matter.
No, I think a good conversation starter to him could be, wow, you smell really good. Is that bisexual perfume you have on? I kind of want to wear it for myself.
Is that a bisexual perfume I smell? What is it?
Yeah, so like, say because you like, you know, I'm not asking for my boyfriend. Like I'm asking for myself.
I'm asking for me. Do you want to share? We could share that.
Where is it?
That smells like a
it's probably at your house. Like, what's the address?
You could just like airdrop it to me right now.
Just like send me your location. You can just like share your
Share
location.
your location with me.
Make sure you hit indefinitely.
Oh my god, I'm so in love with the like.
Wait, okay,
It's
but
coming
if you
soon,
had,
guys, I'm serious.
I
I'm
already know
not
the
even
answer to this
joking.
question.
What?
I was gonna say, if you could legitly date one famous person besides Billie Eilish, who would it be?
Oh, I don't know. I need to think on that one for a second.
We'll come back to it.
But I really think that this should be in my cards for 2025. One famous boyfriend just for like a month. Like doesn't even need to be anything crazy. Like just like for fun, for the plot. For the pod, girls. So I can come back and like tell everybody's secrets.
We could just like start pretending you had a famous boyfriend and like making stories up.
That also might be coming in 2025.
That'd be like really, really fun.
That honestly would be easier for me. No, I really want to experience it. Like maybe like I don't know, like athlete route, but like I don't actors like seem so weird and cringy to me. Except for Jackson Avery.
Yeah, he seems normal.
Maybe I should go athlete
You left
route.
out a really big part of the story.
What?
Why was he making eyes at you? Because what did you do that day?
Oh, because I took a page from Emma's book. I slicked my hair back and I curled my eyelashes.
She had
Right?
her skincare on.
Oh yeah, I had my skincare on, my hair slicked back,
jewelry in. You looked very Hailey Bieber-esque.
just like jeans and like a sweatshirt, like a little crew neck sweatshirt. Like I just looked like Emma Arletta LLC.
No, and when you walked up in the outfit, I'm like, oh, you look so beautiful
And
today.
he went like this.
Jackson Avery thought the same
Yes.
thing.
I'm like, oh wow, Emma might have been right this whole time.
I'm telling you, girls.
Oh, I love him so much.
Guys, if you're having a hard time dating, just slick your hair back, put on some skincare, go to the grocery store or Home Depot.
Like that was the highlight of my week. Some freaking eye contact. That's how you know things are like.
Do you feel like
Things are slow over here.
do you feel like you're gonna meet your like partner on a dating app or in person?
Hell no. Dating apps are evil.
Wait, but me and Selton met on Hinge.
Evil and sinister. Yeah, exactly.
We're like, I feel like we're the only success story that's ever come from a dating app.
Emma, let's get over yourself here. Let's be real. No, I don't know what it is that I have against dating apps, but I'm like, that's so embarrassing. Like I can't do that.
The possibility of somebody like screenshotting your like dating app profile and sending it to their group chat.
Yeah, or like your conversation. Like, no, I don't even know
One
you.
time-
And that's what I hate. It's like somebody that you've never even met and you're like talking and talking and talking so much before you've even met in person. I hate that. I would totally rather meet you in person and then bring it to text messages. Like texting for weeks before you've even met, and then it's like you said, like, I don't know. I hate that.
I was
hate
like
that vibe.
home for holiday break in college, and I had like just gotten onto the dating apps, and I'm like, okay, this is gonna be like fun. Like I'm in college, everybody was doing it, and I don't know if it was Tinder or Hinge or something, but
Did y'all meet on Tinder?
What?
Did you insult me on Tinder?
Gabi, don't
I think
insult
you
me.
did.
Don't insult me.
I think you didn't. You've just been telling people it's Hinge.
No, it was actually Hinge. Wait, Selton.
Selton?
Did you ever have a
Tell the
Tinder
truth.
profile?
And he met Emma Arletta LLC on there.
Hey guys, he actually swiped left on me the first time he saw me on the dating app because he thought I wasn't real.
That's
No,
not
wait.
true.
I think he thought that I was just like one of those girls, you know?
That's a crazy story to tell. Are you sure you want to keep that in?
Yeah, that's.
I don't know if I would admit that.
Guys, if he doesn't like you the first time, try it. If you live in a small city, you will pop back up on his Hinge, and he might give you a second chance.
Wait, that's insane.
Yeah, we're gonna have to like dive deep into me and Selton meeting for the first time because
You and Selton lore goes deep.
it really, really does. Wait.
Also, I put up my Christmas tree this week and I did tinsel for the first time ever because I've been like seeing it on Pinterest and TikTok. I'm like, oh, that looks such like a me Christmas tree, whatever. I've never done tinsel before. All of my friends who have come over and mom keep coming over and they're like, oh, did the little girl you nanny like help you with the tree? I'm like, and why are you saying that? Like, because it looks like a little kid set it up. I'm like, no, I did it myself. And they're like, oh, no, I wasn't saying it because of that. I'm like, no, okay, now you're the third person to tell me that. So whatever. But Wolfie, if you have a cat, you know that cats like are like psychotic when the Christmas tree comes out. And now that I have tinsel added, I'm like, I keep playing it over and over in my mind, maybe because I've been taking Wolfie to the vet so much this past like 2 months. And I'm imagining him eating a piece of the tinsel, it getting wrapped around his intestines and him dying, or me having to go to the vet and pay for a $17,000 surgery.
How would they get that
And
out?
like, I can just see it. Like, that happens to cats all the time. They'll like, you know how they like eat like a piece of thread or something and you like pull it out of their mouth and they've just like eaten the whole freaking thing, or like yarn or something.
Ew.
And cats, that's how cats die. They do. It's true.
Okay, you want to know the honest truth about why?
So should I take my tinsel off the bottom row?
Has he been messing with it?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, push it up to the
I did
top.
find a piece in his mouth. Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, you should move it. But this is the honest truth, and maybe somebody out there can relate to me. The reason I don't want to get pets is not because I'm allergic to cats and dogs. It's because I played this in my head. You're not going to want to talk about this, but
Them dying.
I think about, yeah, like you have to come home. Like what, you literally have to like look at a dead animal's body in your house.
No, you don't. Yeah, I would say most of pets die at the veterinarian. They have to be put down. It's rare for you to just find your pet dead in your house, bruh. Come on.
Well, you know what? I think I have PTSD because one of our best friends growing up, I was at her house and I like woke up.
Who?
Dakota. Her like childhood dog had died, and I already have
sleep?
bad anxiety about like people breaking in and stuff. And I woke up to like screams like somebody's getting murdered.
Shit.
And I thought that this is my first thought. I thought there was a bird in the house. It's not funny because what ended up happening, but that was my worst fear. Like, oh my God, a bird came in. I was like under the covers, like, please don't get me. And I couldn't tell anybody that because like the dog had just died. You know, so it wasn't about me in that moment. But now I can share my truth, you know?
Bruh. Like, what is actually wrong with you? And I couldn't even tell anybody that story because their dog had just died.
Because I can read the room and I knew now's not the time to say, guys, oh my God.
Oh my God, guys, I thought there was a bird in here. Like, what? I'd be like, okay, and now you have to go home, Emma. Emma, can you call your mom to actually come pick you up? My dog just died. You probably shouldn't
I'm pretty sure I called my mom, like, Mom, come get me. I gotta get out of here.
You shouldn't be here right now. You know what Zach reminded me of? So Zach is our brother who edits this podcast, and we've mentioned him a lot of times. Maybe you guys will get to meet him one day. But he reminded me of, because he saw the clip of us talking about, or me saying like, if you're telling me about your dream and I'm not in it, I don't care. Like, I don't care about your dream. And he was like, remember when Josh, our other brother, was all about astral projection and would like get so defensive about it, and he'd be like, guys, no, seriously, you lay in bed and meditate to this state, you can astral project and we can like meet up in there, guys. Like, he was so, and we were like, Josh, like, this is his like stoner era, like living at home at like 22, like dropped out of college. Like, we're just like, bruh, shut the fuck up.
It definitely too,
and he was like, no, seriously, like, it was, you would get so pissed.
No, it's
we're
because,
like, oh yeah, Josh has to go and astral project, like, bye, everybody say bye to Josh, he's gonna go into another universe.
Is that
now.
what it's called?
Astral projection. Yeah, it's like where you like are in between sleep and dreaming, and you can like kind of control your dreams pretty much.
But you can't move your body. It's like your like body is like stuck, but your mind is like still
awake, but you can kind of control your dreams. He's like, and if we do it at the same time, we can meet up in the sphere, guys. Let's do it. I'm like, Josh,
you know what?
Go downstairs and smoke your weed by yourself, okay? And close the door.
Some of you guys haven't had brothers who smoked weed for 10 years and lived in your parents' basement.
And it shows.
And it shows, you know? No, so Josh, our brother, definitely brought the entertainment in our family.
I can't wait to have him on the podcast. You guys are going to freaking love him. But also, I feel like half of the episode we're going to have to cut because he's very, like, not PC whatsoever. Like, just has no filter. But he's actually one of the funniest people that I know in my entire life.
His mind works very, very quickly. You know, he can just come up with things. And he definitely was a part of our character development.
I love my Joshy.
He was the one who called me fat the most probably in my life.
Really?
And he feels a lot of remorse for it now because he'll tell me, he's like, Emma, I'm so sorry that I was so mean to you.
I feel like I was the person who called myself fat the most.
Okay, yeah.
It wasn't like blatant bullying, like, haha, she's fat. But it's like, just like the subtle, like
microaggressions
towards me as a fat child that really I'm like, It was really my own mind being like, oh, I can't do that because I'm fat. But if I was skinny, I could go do that. I would think that all the time. That's
You
so
know what I was
sad.
thinking about this week?
What?
Why, as children, and maybe this is like, I don't know, it was just a me thing, but I felt like we all thought that we were going to be like inventors when we grew up.
Bruh.
Like, oh,
I didn't think that.
I thought that like my key to success as a child was like, okay, if I just invent something, then I'll make a lot of money. I'll be known for it. Like, I think it's because we had like a session in class, like a section talking about like, you know, the person who invented the light bulb. Who was that? Thomas Edison?
I don't even.
Or was he the telephone?
Because I literally don't know. Who invented the light bulb?
Selton?
Thomas Edison?
Oh
Yes!
my gosh.
You're
in-
so smart.
Women in STEM. Women in
Yes.
STEM.
Put women back in podcasts. Give women mics.
But my like $1 million idea was this. And this came from me really loving aesthetics, right? I hated on teachers' bulletin boards when you could see, like, you know how they put the border up and stuff and they put your work on there? I hated when you could see the staples. And staples really ruined the view for me. So I'm like, I should create clear staples.
Tape.
No, this is different. Is this a thing? Wait, I'm gonna Google it right now because I need to
It
know.
probably is.
And if it's not, don't steal my idea. I'm trademarking it right now.
That's why, like, you were literally all about the aesthetics from day one, bruh.
I also was a businesswoman
That's
because
what I'm saying. People, sometimes it's nature, not nurture. You're born with it.
yeah, I have had talent. Wait, let me see. They have push pins,
That are clear.
clear staples near you. No, these are like for like home stuff.
Because think about, they have to go in and then turn. So it's like, can plastic do that and not break?
Selton is saying
saying?
no, and he is a what are you? An electrical.
He's a man in STEM.
He's an electrical engineer. Yeah, he is a man in STEM, and now he's a man in influencing.
Now he's a man who wears a purse.
If you
I
guys
love him for that. Can we get into
Something doesn't like when we
should
call
I
him.
not say that?
His purse,
That his now he's a man who wears a satchel,
a bag,
book bag.
crossbody bag.
But it's like Jacob Elordi, like it's like in a Jacob Elordi way. So it's like
Yeah,
it's
even
in a
if it
cool
wasn't,
way.
he definitely could, wear
I'm
it.
telling you, you can do whatever you want.
What were you about to say?
I wanted to get into what makes me sick to my stomach.
Oh
because
yeah,
I
this
had
is a great transition.
things that this week. Actually, not this week. This is just in general. Things that make me sick to my stomach, fam. People who outwardly hate musicals. Like, I feel like that is such a clear, like, judgment of character. Like, you can judge somebody off their character if they're so blatantly like, I hate musicals. Like, yeah, I'm not listening to that shit. It's just singing the whole time. Like, okay, and then you're a bad person and you're just like, you're telling everybody right now. Like, if you're going to go see Wicked, like, Selton as a man went to see Wicked. He was like, no, that was really good. But a terrible person would have been like, oh, why'd you bring him to a musical?
When they broke out
That
into song, I
sucks.
had to leave.
Yeah.
No, but this is a thing.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I know.
people who outwardly hate musicals, like, okay.
Get out of here.
Well, you're just like telling everybody that you're a terrible person. So
What's that saying? Shut your mouth.
shut your mouth. Watch your mouth.
No.
If anybody has anything bad to say about Wicked, because we went to go see Wicked this week, and watch your mouth.
No, I just know that people who say they don't like musicals, they're lying. Like they're just not. They're not comfortable enough in
cringy.
themselves.
Yeah, it can be cringy for a second, but then it's like, okay, once you let go,
Lean into
and let
it.
God, like, oh,
You
you're in
can't
for a
deny
ride,
it.
guys. You're in for quite the ride. Okay, one musical I can't get behind, but I've also never seen it. But like just hearing the music, I'm like, oh
Phantom of the Opera.
no, love Phantom of the Opera, Hamilton. Hamilton or
Selton loves Hamilton. He's never seen it.
See,
but
but that's a green flag. That's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah.
a man who can admit that they like a musical, oh, that's a green flag in my book.
What
Do you
about
agree?
What about a man in a musical? Would you date a man that's in a musical?
No, I would never choose to date a man in a musical, but that's just my preference. And I'm not, this is no hate or shade towards Ariana Grande. Okay. You
No,
go
we
get
actually
your
love
man.
her 10 times more after seeing Wicked this week. We literally
I take
saw
back
it.
everything that I said about her, like not being able to be apart from Ariana Grande pop star.
Guys, if you haven't seen it,
My
get
God.
a ticket.
I want to go see it 3 more times. Like, I don't even care.
Fair warning though, don't put a lot of butter on your popcorn because Selton put a lot of butter on my popcorn and I felt so sick like halfway through the movie.
Well, let me tell you something also. I think you guys should do a little thing where you watch Wizard of Oz right before or like the day before, so all of those things are fresh in your mind, like the
storyline,
poppies, the yellow brick road, like all of the ruby slippers, like all of that stuff, because there's so many Easter eggs throughout. I guess it's not even Easter eggs, it's just like the two stories are obviously combined, but throughout Wicked that you're like, oh my god, that's from like,
wait,
yes,
this is a great segue because the first thing I wrote this weeks ago in my notes about things that make me sick to my stomach, and I really stand behind this now after seeing Wicked. I hate that I can't sing good.
Bro,
like that makes me sick to my stomach.
Emma wakes up. You already used this one weeks ago.
No, I haven't.
Yes, you have.
No, I talked about this in real life, not on the podcast.
Okay. It's a thin line that we walk.
No, I like have always been obsessed with people who could sing good. Like when I first got access to YouTube, I would literally search up, like I would find cover artists, like people who would just cover songs that I already knew but that were like really good. Like and I would spend hours on
Emma,
YouTube over and over again.
This way. I look over on her. Have you seen this? It's like, can I bum a scroll real quick? It's like, can I like look at your phone while you're scrolling? And it's literally like someone singing a cover. She'll watch the entire thing, scroll. Somebody singing a cover. She's like, oh, wow, like scroll. Someone singing a cover. Like all of her videos are singing videos on her TikTok. Like you have a real appreciation for a good singer.
I don't know if this is controversial to say, but I'm gonna say it. I think that in my past life, I was like a big black gospel woman singer.
I think you were.
I feel
Queen
so
Latifah.
Connected to like gospel music, like my gosh,
black church choir.
Yes, yeah, and like Dreamgirls. Like that was like one of my favorite movies. Literally, one of my best friends growing up can sing so well. Shout out to Darian Frost. We would have sleepovers at her house, and I'd be like, Darian, please sing me to sleep. I would make her sing "Listen" from Dreamgirls by Beyonce. And I would be like, you're going places. Like, you are a star. Like, you are going to be the next Beyonce. And I'm like, oh.
You, girl, are going places.
And it's because I knew I wasn't. I knew
like,
I was
I'll never have that.
I was never going to be able to sing.
Tell them what you told me about her parents.
What?
How you think you accidentally manifested.
Oh, yeah. So Darian Frost was one of my best friends growing up. And she's mixed. Her mom is white. Her dad's black. And I, like now, being an adult and learning about manifestation, I truly think that I manifested my life because I remember going over to her house as a child and like seeing her mom, like beautiful woman, her husband.
Like
was,
if skim PJs were a thing back then,
yeah.
Brooke Frost would have been skim
Her
PJs
mom,
down. Like
yeah.
always like had her nails so beautiful, her toes little French tips, like just put together most beautiful woman you've ever seen.
I have like a core memory in my head of her like coming out after a sleepover in this like little pink Victoria's Secret like nightgown. And I remember being like, because I love matching pajamas, I love a pajama set, and being like, oh my gosh, she looks so beautiful. Like I want to be that kind of mom.
And they also had like the best snacks, like pantry always stocked for beautiful kids. Like, oh.
And she was always like nice to me because my weight would get brought up a lot as like a kid.
Yeah.
And all of her children were very athletic. She was very athletic. And she would never make me feel bad about it. Like she'd be like, okay, like we would go on a run, like being at Darian's house. And she'd be, okay, like it really helps me when I run to like breathe in 2 times, breathe out 1 time. Like she would never make me feel like bad about myself. I don't know. So I, from a very young age, like I think I met her in 2nd grade. I would be like, this is the life I want. Like I want my husband to be black.
I want mixed kids.
I want to be athletic.
I want an organized pantry.
Yes.
I want my matching pajamas, and I want my nails and my toes to always be done.
And she was always really nice and kind and patient. And now I'm like, we are the Frost family 2.0.
2.0, yes.
So
I hope Darian listens to this episode. Love you, girl.
I'll tag her in it. No, but I didn't know then, but now looking back, I'm like, wow.
I think you manifested this.
I did. And
that's so funny.
Now we're
and
here.
that was like few and far between. I don't know if it was like the time or where we lived, probably both, of like in Missouri. Like a lot of our friends were just like same race families, like just like white people married white people. Like it's just like you had like 2 people, like 2 friends that you knew
that had mixed parents.
Yes. Yeah. or biracial family. And so like for that time it seemed like such like a different thing. But now it's like, oh, it's just the word we lived in Missouri, like
yeah,
in
it's
the
just
middle
like
of nowhere.
not.
Yeah.
I think. Wait, when you were little, if you can think back, like I feel like you were probably manifesting like being Justin Bieber's wife.
That's what I was actually thinking about this yesterday in the shower. I was like, Emma seeing like the Frost family and like being like, oh, this is a life like I would love to live. I'm like, have I ever seen a life that I'm like, oh, I would like love to be like this? But the closest thing I can think of, but it's like I've never actually like met a person like this, but it's like a mom who would have like a whole like studio, like art studio, and like her job is to like make sculptures and like doesn't have like a real, you know what I'm saying? Like she gets to do whatever she wants. She makes like pottery and that's her job, and like has a whole art studio. Like seeing that in movies or anything, I'm like, oh, like
That's what you would
awesome. Be. Yeah.
That's and then like have like a rich husband.
I don't know. I never thought of that.
The man wasn't in the picture.
Just like I'm just saying of like my like dream life. I would. That's. But I'm like, have I ever met any like a couple that I'm like, oh yes, like I would love my life to look like this, and I don't know. I can't think of. So? I can't think of like a specific. I can't think
point.
Of one. Yeah.
That's really crazy because I did not think you were gonna say that.
What
I thought you were gonna say you would want to be like a celebrity's like wife or something.
No.
But to your core, Gabi loved art. Gabi would want to like go to Hobby Lobby and get canvases and paint.
Literally, I'm like, my dream job is like making ornaments. Like, how fun of a job would that be? Like, that's your job, like coming up with ideas for ornaments.
No, like yes. I would not love that.
Doing arts and crafts as an adult. Like,
I would love to be the owner of that business.
Like, I wish I would have like gone to school for art or something, so I was actually good at it. Because I've never even practiced like art. Like, I'm not an artist whatsoever. But it's like, I think if I would have put a little time and practice into like learning how to draw and like paint and stuff, I would be good at it. But it's like I never even like took any art classes or anything. I wanted to in college, but they're like, no, you can't just take art classes. You have to major in art. I'm like,
dang it.
Well, fuck you guys.
Let me talk to the dean.
Yeah, let me in there. Like, I just want to make some freaking pottery. Like, fuck.
I wrote down my last thing for things that make me sick to my stomach is the thought of having like, when you get pregnant, the thought of a baby like living inside of your stomach. Like that gives me the heebie-jeebies.
One time I thought that I was pregnant and I literally had like the feeling of like, oh my God, there's something inside of my stomach. And I like actually like felt in my body. I was like, oh, like this, if this was real, like this would be the craziest fucking feeling ever. Like if there's actually something alive inside of me. Like it literally, like I was like, but then I wasn't pregnant, so it was fine. I was literally just psyching myself out. But I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
That would be spooky-ooky.
No, having a baby inside
like you're never by yourself. Like they're just like there kicking
There's
around.
like really sweet videos where it'll be like the mom will have like on TikTok, they'll put this like music behind it. It's like really soothing. And it'll be a video of the mom like turning the test over to see if she's pregnant. And it'll be like the first few seconds were like me and you were the only ones in the whole world that knew you existed. And that's like so sweet. It's like before you tell anybody, you know, it's like it's just you and the baby. And then you tell your partner or your friends or whatever, you know.
I saw a sweet one and she went to go tell her niece first, her like Emerson's age old niece, and she like showed her and she was like, the kid was so confused, but she was like, you're the first one I'm telling. And she was like so excited.
It makes you feel so special.
Cute. Yeah.
Do you think that I should tell you first or Selton?
Don't even fucking play with me right now. Like, don't piss me off.
You would want to know first.
Emma! Of course.
Before Selton?
Yes. What?
He would be so mad.
I would be so mad. What the hell?
I'm to bring you guys into the bathroom at the same time. I've gathered you here today.
Oh, okay. And I'm not telling you first then. How about that? I would tell Michaela first then.
No, that's not fair.
No. Yeah.
Speaking of babies, let's go into media. This is the craziest story. We finally have gotten to it.
I want to know this woman's name so I can like actually deep dive.
Yeah, we should look it up. We'll put it in the show notes.
Okay.
Okay, so on TikTok this week, it's because I've been on the side of Australian TikTok. There's this Australian mother influencer. I'm pretty sure she's Australian. Maybe she's in the UK, but and she has blown up because she had a daughter who was having a bunch of these like crazy sick symptoms. And she's getting online like, we don't know what's going on. Like, she's not keeping food
The mom was
down.
like an influencer, right?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if she was an influencer before this situation or if this situation made her become an influencer.
If it like got, yeah.
Like
okay.
got her followers.
Right.
So the family makes a whole like GoFundMe. The daughter's in the hospital.
How old is the daughter?
I think she's like 2 or 3.
Okay.
I truthfully haven't done a super deep dive into this. I just like saw probably like 4 or 5 videos. So there's probably so many details that I'm leaving out or maybe I've gotten wrong. But so the daughter's in the hospital. The mom, they had done a GoFundMe. They raised all this money. The daughter had to go through like a first brain surgery because they're trying to figure out like what's going, like the medical team, like they cannot figure out why her symptoms are what they are. Like there's so many random things happening. So she goes, has brain surgery one time, and then the mom makes this video and is like, guys, like my daughter's like, she's like, you can tell she's emotional, but she's not necessarily crying, but she's like, my daughter's like back in like brain surgery. Like she has so many tumors all over her brain. Like we don't know what's going on. Like, please. And then like halfway through the video, she's like, and like, I need to make coffee. Like I'm so tired. And my coffee maker is like so old. Like she starts like talking about how they like need a new coffee maker.
Like, girl, that's first red flag.
Like you're going from your daughter having like tumors in her brain.
Guys, I need an espresso. Please donate here. Donate here. I need a new Nespresso.
That was the vibe of the video. And it seemed like she was honestly more upset about the coffee maker than she was about her child. So I don't know if this is the truth of it, but what people were saying online, what had happened was the nurses or somebody on the medical team saw this mom's videos and were like, dude, the daughter does not have tumors in her brain. The reason they were doing the brain surgeries was to diagnose, to find out the core of like why she was having the symptoms. They weren't going in because she had tumors in her brain. So
it was to like figure out what was going on.
Yeah. So I think they had somebody at the hospital had seen that the mom was lying, and they're like, wait, this is a big red flag. Like, why is this woman going online spewing lies
Yeah.
about what her daughter is going through? Like, this is a huge, serious thing, like not something you lie about. So they ended up running a toxology report on the daughter. I think her name's Daisy. The daughter's name is Daisy. And
that's Katy Perry's daughter's name.
It's such a cute name.
It's our old dog's name. May she rest in freaking peace. Daisy, we love you, girl. We miss you every day.
So they ran the toxology report, and it comes back that the mom had been drugging the daughter and giving her Valium, which is like, they gave me that like when I went before I had my like breast surgery. It really like it puts you out of it, kind of like laughing gas vibes. Like it makes you really like no cares in the world, la-di-da-di-da. So imagine a little child,
a 2-year-old
getting doses of this.
baby.
Yeah, like she was sleeping when she was supposed to be sleeping, like, and they couldn't figure out what it was. So they immediately take the other 2 children into custody because they're like, something is not right here. The mom is like drugging the child. What is even sadder is years before they had another child who had died. And so now everybody's like, they need to open up an investigation because maybe the mom was drugging.
For 100, I can tell you 1,000,100%.
Yeah.
That's what was going on.
And
Evil.
just this week. So then the husband like disappears. The husband of the children, the father of all the children, literally like disappears. Nobody in his family can find him. He pops back up on Snapchat, posts like a black screen with like words over it, and is like, I had no idea what was going on. Like I was not aware that my wife was doing this. Like the children haven't taken into custody and are safe. And pretty much it's just like he's saying he didn't know what was going on. But I just feel like if you didn't know what was going on, why did you run?
Yeah. Huh?
Like why would you run away like that? And also this lady, I feel like it's like the modern day Gypsy Rose.
No, literally.
Like,
and I was like listening to this podcast, like a true crime podcast about this. It was like an old story, but it was of this girl, and she was like, there had been like 7 people in her life who had like strangely died, and it turned out that she was poisoning them like with her fucking like pies. Like she was making pies for these people and had like crazy poison in them. Like one of her grandsons, her like sister-in-law, like all of these random people in her family. One of her kids, like she literally was like poisoning people. And another story just came out about this doctor who was putting pretty much like poison that could kill you into IV bags and had done it to like 100-something IV bags over his career. So it's like when people need an IV, they like whatever, and it would kill them.
Yeah. It's like they're sick in the head.
Like what? I don't understand like what's behind that thought process. Like of like, ooh, I get to control if people live or die. Like
I don't know. I think it's like they get some kind of high from it. It's like people who like steal stuff. Like they would go into a store and steal things, even if they don't necessarily like need to steal. It like gives them like a sense of a high. Maybe this is like that, but on the like a 10 million
like,
trillion
I get to play God
level. Yeah.
Bruh.
So
That's
very
insane. I want
sad.
to see what this woman looks like.
She also so I think she was an influencer before because her friend who was also an influencer came out and was like, I had my children at her house. Like she would feed my kids. Like I had no idea. Like I did not know this was going on. Like I'm so sick about this. So I don't know. I don't know what's going to end up happening. I'm sure the kids will never be given back to the family.
Do you remember her name or no?
I can look up on TikTok and see. But yeah, here we go. Daisy Harris. Okay, this is what the mom looks like. Mom influencer. That's her. She actually has big glasses like Gypsy Rose would wear. Okay, her name is Alana Harris. If you want to look it up.
And she looks so normal, like you would never like.
Yeah, look.
That our daughter's brain is covered in tumours. My baby girl, she's so little. And she is riddled with tumours. She has benign, which is an amazing part of the story, tumours all over her body.
The way
He
this
said,
is all a lie.
don't be alarmed because she will have them in her heart, her kidneys, her lungs, her nerves.
On this video, we'll put it on the screen if you're watching on YouTube, but if you're not watching, it's like she's like literally doing like mother influencing, like mom influencing. Like she has her daughter hooked up to tubes and stuff and is like filming and
Like has her makeup and her hair done. She's like,
yeah, so sick. It's so sick.
ugh.
Okay,
You're
let's move
going
on from
straight
that
to hell.
because that makes me sick to my stomach.
Sick to my
I
stomach.
don't know if you saw this, but I did see in media this week Victoria Paris is launching her own jewelry brand.
I didn't see that.
Yeah. So Victoria Paris is an influencer who grew during the pandemic, I'm pretty sure.
I literally have been talking about Victoria Paris so much recently. I'm like,
She's on-
Victoria Paris, I swear I'm not crazy.
No, but I mean, I feel like she's built such a
I mean, it's like somebody
loyal-
that everybody knows. Like,
yeah, everybody knows who she is.
she's an OG TikToker.
But she did a collab with a jewelry brand, I think last year, maybe 2 years ago, and it like sold out within like minutes. And now she is launching her own jewelry brand,
It's about damn time.
which is so smart. This is very similar to the like timeline of like Desi Perkins. Like Desi Perkins, she's like a OG YouTuber. She did the collab with Way sunglasses, and like, I mean, they were like the best sunglasses sold by Way. Like they were because of Desi and the designs that she did. And then Desi ended up opening up her own sunglass brand.
What's it called?
Desi. Yeah, just Desi, Dezi, and does that now. So I feel like I eventually would love to launch like plus size robes. And what I'm thinking is like, should I do a like trial run with a company and do like an Marletta X, the robe company, and then see how it goes and like learn who their manufacturers are and like learn how pricing works,
Right.
and then do it on my own? Or
I wonder if you would ask like Victoria Paris or Desi Perkins if they have any regret of not just going full of their own thing right up front. Like, oh, I didn't even need to do that. Or if they would say, oh no, it was like I learned a lot from doing
well, what's crazy about this is the thing that it's smart when you see these influencers come out with these collabs with brands, which has been talked about a lot recently because of the whole pajama thing. And Avery Woods did a collab with the Mayfair group for the sweatpants. It's honestly genius because you get to launch a product, but you don't have any money put into it.
Yeah.
You actually get paid to put your name on it. You get paid lots of money. Like if you're going to put your name on a product as an influencer, the company is going to really use your likeness to gain new customers, to gain money from the collab.
But you don't have to put any money behind it. And it's like you don't have to find the manufacturer. You don't have to find like figure out the shipping. Like they know how to do it, and they're gonna do all the hard parts. You just get to do the fun,
The
like
fun
designing,
like the creative direction of like what you want the imagery to
the
look
shoot
like.
for it, like
Yeah.
all the fun stuff.
So I feel like if you ask them, they would probably say that.
Yeah, it's easier. A lot of people who are like start their own business, everybody I feel like is like,
Don't do it.
bruh, like this is actually the hardest thing, and it's so like time
It's really
consuming,
hard.
and it's so much work, and it's so much money for like little to no reward sometimes.
Well,
But
and
it could go the other way though.
the thing is too, when you're doing your own like launch and stuff, unless you have like a huge platform like Alex Earl, it's like you really don't need like a crazy amount of stock. So it's like most places when you order, and I learned this through doing my plus size merch, when you order stuff, like the minimum order is typically like 300 pieces per like color. So like when I launched my hoodie, I had to buy 300 of them. And the thing is, the more you buy, the cheaper the cost gets. Like Skims, when they're placing an order for their hoodies, the reason that they can price what they're pricing at and make a lot of
They're
profit
ordering thousands.
is
at a
because they're
time.
ordering thousands. So their cost goes down to like what, $20 a hoodie.
Yeah.
And then they can sell it for 70. I making my 300 hoodies, you know, my cost was like 56 something dollars, 50, like close to $60. Well, if I sell them for 70 bucks, I'm
yeah.
making no profit. So that's how a lot of these small businesses, they have to up their prices because they're not selling, because they're
Also, I think your manufacturer will jacked you over though.
no, but I think that's important for people to know as consumers that that's a lot of the reason when small businesses start and their prices seem outrageous. It's because they're paying outrageous prices. Yes, you can get a pair of pajamas from Old
'Cause
Navy
you're
for $30 because Old Navy's ordering 5,000 of them, whereas these
Yeah.
people who just started their pajama company
ordering 30.
are ordering, 300,
Yeah.
and so they have to pay a premium price because of that. But that's a whole other thing. That's some business information for you guys.
Also, I want to give a shout out to the girl who had DM'd me and told me to put a table behind my couch because, girl, you manifested it IRL. Okay. I want to say the table should be a little bit shorter, but you know what? I did the best with what I could because my couch is really low to the ground, so it was hard
Yeah.
finding a table. But I think it's cute and I love it. What do you think about it?
I love it. I think you need a lamp in the corner now.
I think so too. Yeah,
That,
I think I'm
like-
gonna put a lamp right there that goes over this way, and then I can scoot the table over a little bit more this way.
And it should be like silver, like this table,
yes,
so it all kind of comes
maybe
together.
I can look at IKEA.
Yeah,
Okay.
and see, or maybe Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah.
Facebook Marketplace in LA is like 10 out
Oh
of
my
freaking
god,
10.
it's amazing. It's like
Yeah.
everybody has like the most beautiful furniture you've ever found.
It's like
ever.
these rich people that are like, come
Moving
get it by the end of
today
today.
for $30. I'm like, on my
It's
way,
so
coming.
nice. Okay, well, I think we should get into our last segment. This is the Thanksgiving special. Get into our family stories. Hey. I have them all on my phone, so me and Gabi are going to go back and forth. Guys,
Does it hurt your feelings that I called you an NPC?
no. I already have accepted that
And there you have it.
I don't have a personality, according to
Oh.
Gabi.
No, I didn't say that.
Okay, Gabi. She'd be flipping her pumpkin pie plate
Sorry.
all over the place.
Sorry.
Okay, here we go. This is the first one. My little brother made me hit his weed pen before my extended family came over and told me it was just CBD. And then about 2 minutes later, I had to stop cooking. I was the one who was supposed to be in charge of the turkey and all of the other big stuff. I had to hide in my room and pretend that I was sick because I couldn't handle it. It was so strong. It was like a dab. And he knows I have a horrible tolerance. Literally, my family didn't get a turkey. And the extended family that was supposed to stay in my room couldn't stay at the house anymore because I had to pretend I was sick. And they didn't want to get sick because I had been in there all day. He thought it was so funny. And I was so mad.
That's evil.
And you know what? She had a brother who was addicted to weed. And it shows.
Oh, babe. Okay, I have one, but it's short. I need to start like, how are you getting these long ones? Because people will like DM
Send
them
it
to
to the
you.
DM, yeah.
Damn.
Go ahead.
Okay, someone said, my dad tried to propose to my ex stepmom and my 12-year-old sister objected it.
At Thanksgiving.
Could you imagine that? Like your dad like trying to propose and you're 12. You're like, no! Like you start crying. No! No! Oh my God, that would be so me. I'd be like, I'm going to my room. I hate you. And then I'd slam my door.
That's literally still us. If our parents that are divorced try to get remarried,
I'd be like, I hate you. And don't ever talk to me again.
literally, we would definitely like play pranks on like the stepmom. That's gonna be fun one day.
Ugh.
Or hopefully we never have to go through that. Okay, this is a great Hefty Gehls story. My uncle dropped the bomb that he prepaid for my fat camp at Thanksgiving when I was 11. For reference, I did not ask to go to fat camp, and no one knew that he was doing that.
The fact that fat camp is a thing is so sinister.
I'm honestly surprised our mom didn't send us to fat camp.
She put me in Girls on the Run. Damn near fat camp. Actually, I really love Girls on the Run, and maybe I kind of want to get involved with it. Maybe I should be like a coach for Girls on the Run, because it was more like empowering. It wasn't ever about like losing weight.
Yeah, you need to give back to community more.
Yes.
You know, during
I'm
the
a
season,
nanny, Emma. I give back to the community every day.
I was
raising a
thinking
child.
about, I do want to like do some more.
Let's do Girls on the Run.
I would love to do that.
And you just like run with
Hefty
girls.
Gehls on the run.
Yes, Hefty Gehls take on Girls on the Run.
I feel like your uncle, was he skinny or was he big? Because I feel like the big adults, they're the biggest hater of the fat kids.
Yeah, because it's like they're
They're
know,
projecting.
but they also like sometimes it's from a place of love. It's like, "Ugh, I really don't want you to get bullied, and I know what it feels like to be big, so I just don't want that for you." But it's like,
But they don't say like that. They're like, oh, you better put the food down. Don't eat that pumpkin pie.
you really need a second slice of the pumpkin pie.
They're like, you're eating that?
you're gonna eat all that?
Screw them.
Screw them.
Screw them.
Hey, screw them.
Okay, do
Wait.
you want to read the next story or do you have one?
I have one more, but it's kind of like it's just short and sweet. One year, my younger cousin choked on a piece of steak, and his brother did nothing but laugh out loud. Like, did he die? Like, did he like?
Did you guys give him the Heimlich maneuver?
Yeah, I need a little bit more. I need a little bit more.
That's one of my fears, that I'm going to have a kid and they're going to be choking and I'm not going to be able to like get it out of them.
That's when you bring them outside and knock on your neighbor's door, or you start selling.
Or you
someone
like
can come help
thrust
you.
them against the countertop.
Give them like a.
Yeah, I should start learning like child. I think I did learn that in school actually. Okay,
You
this
can
is
always freshen up on.
this is a long one. These are a lot of these are very Hefty Gehls coded.
Did you say that these this is a Thanksgiving edition of
Yeah,
Giving
yeah.
Stories? Okay.
I
Hey
think that-
girls, just listen to the episode from this week and need to submit this Thanksgiving story to you and Gabi to set the scene. Oh, I love a scene that is set.
Paint the picture.
Paint the picture, girl. My family plays White Elephant at a little extended family gathering the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. So today, this is today. I think I was like 7 or 8 years old, or maybe a little younger, and it was my turn to pick a gift. So I picked one out and I opened it to find this fridge magnet. It had this little button on it, so I pressed it, and it started fucking yelling at me saying, "Step away from the refrigerator, step away from the refrigerator," as in a loud ass voice, and it scared the living shit out of me. It was a magnet you put on the fridge to yell at you to stop eating. What the fuck? I didn't understand it and was so embarrassed because everyone was laughing and I thought they were laughing at me, so I started crying. Now every year when we play the White Elephant, I get extreme anxiety. Moral of the story is watch out for traumatizing White Elephant gifts. That's actually so sad. Like, I can imagine me like fat
As a-
8-year-old opening that and like being so embarrassed because my mom would probably be like, "Yeah, you need that, bitch." Like,
No, I also feel bad because it's probably
That's
like
so
the person who brought the gift,
mean.
because it's random. Like White Elephant, you like
Yeah.
pick and then you switch. And I feel like that like
Fuck.
the aunt who like thought it was gonna be funny probably was like, oh. No, they probably were laughing. I feel like
God, I hate stories like that. Like,
back in the day, like when we were kids, parents didn't realize the trauma they were causing us.
they didn't
Like,
they
childhood
didn't really give a
trauma-
shit. They're like, kids are resilient. They'll be fine. They won't remember any of this shit anyway.
They'll bounce back. They'll bounce
Yeah.
back.
I'm like, actually, no.
Actually, you remember all of it.
No, that actually shaped who I am today, but okay.
But also, like, can I have the magnet? Like, do you still have it?
Bruh, I feel so sad for her. That's so sad.
We should do a White Elephant party this year. That'd be fun. Like a silly gift party.
Macy would bring like a freaking butt plug or something sexual, and mom would have to open it.
One
So we'd
thing-
have to make a rule: no sexual gifts.
Yeah. Macy and my mom cannot be in the same room, bro.
I can't.
The story. I can't even retell it.
No.
Well, I think about me and Gabby. We're very, very close, but me and Gabby will
We're
never
very
talk about.
conservative. I don't know what that's called.
We'll talk about anything else except for sexual things. Like
Intercourse.
I would never talk, even like kissing. Like if you kissed a boy, you wouldn't tell me. You wouldn't be like, oh yeah, I went on a date. You know what I'm saying? Like if you came like, oh, I went on a date last night, I would never ask you like, oh, did you kiss? Like, ew, I don't want to talk about that.
I'd be like, "Bitch," and go to your room, okay? And you're grounded. Don't ever ask me some dumb shit like that again.
Okay, there's one last little mini short story.
What do I keep hitting?
When I was 18, I got a tattoo, and at Thanksgiving dinner, my grandma announced that I was out of the will. What is it with old people and tattoos? Like, get over it.
What is it with
please.
old people and taking people out of the will? It's like the last like thing that they like have control over. They're like, and if you do that, I'll take you out of the will. I'm like, well, I don't even want to be in the will anyway.
Yeah, like
Take me out, bro.
like people like. Here's the thing, and my mom and dad have said the same thing. They're like, I ain't leaving y'all nothing.
Yeah, so don't.
I'm
You
spending
should
all my
never
money.
like bet your life on like, oh, when they die, I'll get like. That's a terrible way to live and a terrible way.
Oh,
to
you
think.
know what? Maybe
And
it's like,
families get in some serious freaking fights that they will never like people won't talk to their siblings ever again because of a fight they got in over like money or
Well-
a will or who gets this when their parents die or whatever.
I would like to say that I've already been chosen as the person who will be divvying out.
And there ain't gonna be nothing left, so it doesn't matter. Like it's literally.
No, but
like,
the thing is too, like people, you get life insurance money. Like that's why people get life insurance when they die.
but it's like nobody should be holding on, waiting for somebody to die for their money.
No,
Like
no,
that's
no.
insane.
It's not about waiting for it. It's like when it does happen, like there needs to be a will and a plan because
Yeah.
if there isn't a plan, and
That's
I just
true.
feel very proud that dad looked me in the eyes and said, Emma, I trust you.
Yeah, and I trust you too, and that was a good choice.
Yeah, our brothers could not be trusted.
No.
Or Gabby. Gabby, guys, like I have to pay rent for the next like 10 years.
Emma, I'm to be trusted, and I hate that you don't think that I am. Like, it actually hurts my feelings. Like, I am a responsible person, and I have good morals, and I have a good moral compass, and I'm a good person, and
Okay.
nobody seems to agree with me.
No, I'll put you as my beneficiary. What's it called?
I
Beneficiary.
actually like don't want to be in charge of that though.
After all that.
No, it's like I don't want to, but it's the fact that you're like, oh, you'd be terrible at that. Like
No,
that
no,
hurts
no.
my feelings. You
I
just
was-
said that.
I just made a joke
No,
saying
it wasn't
that you
a
would
joke
say,
because you actually think that way, and it's not a joke to me.
no, I would put you down as my beneficiary.
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah, I
and I don't
would.
want to be. That's the thing. I don't want to be. But I'm saying that you're
Guys.
saying I don't have a good enough moral compass to be in charge and split it evenly between all 4 kids, and that I wouldn't do that is crazy.
Guys, in my will, I'm going to surprise Gabby.
Hey,
I'm
hey.
going to I'm going to
Yeah.
surprise Gabby and give her a bunch of money.
No, I don't. That's not even the thing. That's not even what I'm
No,
saying.
I'm just saying.
No,
Don't wait
I
on
don't
it.
want
Don't
your-
hold your breath.
I don't want your dead money. Yeah, there I said it.
Wait, okay, but this is be the last question of the episode.
You actually like really hurt my feelings when you just said that. Gabby would never. She'd be like, oh, I'm gonna pay my rent with the money.
It was a joke.
It wasn't funny.
Oh my gosh. No, wait, but for real.
It was a joke.
Okay, not money wise, but like if I did die tomorrow, like what would you want from my belongings? They'd be like, oh, I really want to take that to remember Emma.
I don't want to think about that.
But what would you pick? I want to know.
I don't want to think about that.
Who would you give Wolfie to?
If I died,
Yeah. Who would you want to take Wolfie? That's a good question.
you. Not Dad. Dad hates Wolfie. Josh would let Wolfie out. Maybe Zach.
But he has a lot of dogs.
He also has 2 cats.
That's true.
But Wolfie knows you the most.
Yeah.
And you know how like sensitive he is to like things.
I would definitely be giving him his anxiety medicine.
Oh, they're gonna say you would give him away.
No. I would keep him. But I would be scared I was going to come home to him being dead. Like
With tinsel
every-
wrapped around his intestines. Oh,
every day I come home,
God.
I'd be like, oh, is this the day?
That's a terrible way to live, bro.
Gabby would literally haunt me like, well, yeah, play dead.
He does lay like this a lot. Wolfie does lay on his back like this.
He does play dead a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, girls. Well, we hope that you have the best Thanksgiving with your family or by yourself. Eat some good food. If you're not making Thanksgiving dinner, DoorDash something really yummy.
Gobble gobble. Turkey turkey.
Couple minutes, follow me, drip down the side of me.
Okay, cut it. You're fired from the podcast.
Happy Thanksgiving, Hefties. We're thankful for you.